Good morning, friends. I'm Reservesh, and today I'm going to explain you the pros Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. Chapter sketch. This chapter has been taken from Nelson Mandela's book of the same name, Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. It provides us a glimpse of the early life to Nelson Mandela, his education, and 30 years in prison. The chapter recounts his fight for the freedom for his own people who were tortured by the whites. The inauguration. It was 10th May, the day of oath, with a bright and shiny sun. Nelson Mandela was supposed to take oath as the first black president of South Africa. A large number of leaders, all from around the world, had gathered there to be witness of the swearing-in ceremony of Nelson Mandela as the first black president. The inauguration ceremony took place in a big open building in Pretoria, where the first democratic non-racial government was to be installed. The swearing-in ceremony of Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was accompanied by Dr. Zenani. Mr. De Klerk was the first person who took oath as second deputy president, followed by Mr. Thabo Mbeki, who sweared as the first deputy president of the South Africa. Nelson Mandela sweared as the first black president of South Africa. He pledged to obey and uphold the constitution and to devote himself to the well-being of the people. Display of military power by South African jets. When Nelson Mandela had taken oath, South African jets displayed the military power. It also showed the loyalty of the military to democracy. The Eastern military generals saluted him. He recounted that they would have arrested him many years before. It was followed by the playing of two national anthems, the white song Kosi Sikilal, the old song, and the black song Daistem, the new song, which marked the end of the ceremony. Apartheid and South Africa. Nelson Mandela remembers about days gone by which will soon be the part of the history where the whites has performed a system of racial dominance against the blacks. It was the basis of harsh societies which is now overturned. He says that the policy of apartheid created a deep and lasting wound on his country and its people. Regret of Mandela and remembrance of freedom fighters. On the auspicious day, Mandela regretted the loss of thousands of people and remembered their sacrifices for the freedom from discrimination. He thought of himself as the sum of all those African patriots who sacrificed their lives before him. He was pained that he couldn't thank them. He recalled great freedom fighters like Oliver Tambo, Walter Sisulu, Chef Lutilu, Yusuf Dado, etc., who were the men of the uncommon courage, wisdom, and generosity. He said that the country is rich in minerals, but its greatest wealth is its people. Goodness and duties of a man. The author says that being white or black is not the token of your goodness or superiority. No one is born before hating other. People should love one another, which becomes without force as it's natural. It is the man's essential goodness. A man has to perform duties to his family, community, and people, which he didn't see in the country before he pushed himself to fight for the blacks. A black man was punished if he tried to live like a human being and forced to live apart from his own people, so he was not allowed to perform his duties to his family. Meaning of freedom by Mandela. As a kid, Mandela had different meaning for being free. Freedom, as he wanted to run in the fields and wanted to stay out at night. As he grew older, he wanted the freedom of livelihood for himself and his family. But soon he realized that such freedom was only an illusion. He realized that his brothers and sisters who looked like him were not free. So he joined African National Congress. His hunger for freedom became great for the freedom of his people. He decided that everyone should be given the right to live his life. Thank you. Bye, Sarvesh.